The same applies to women. If you cheat as a woman, that's just who you are. It's not about what the guy did not offer. There's no excuse for cheating. You could have just left.
True.
And gone to see the other person.
So remember what I said last time? Do you want me to repeat it?
No. No, please, laugh.
So my woman has cheated on me many times. We even have a baby boy together. She cheated with the same guy she cheated with last year.
Most times it's because when we're young, we don't really realize these things. And also we focus so much on the things that other people are receiving in other relationships. Especially with social media these days, there's this unrealistic standard that's out there, and so we look at what's happening in another person's relationship and think, but why can't my man do that for me? Yeah. Forgetting that you have to understand the season that your man is going through, It will not always be rosy. And so in moments where he is low, he is down, I feel like it's the best time to show him that you're there. Because now if you throw his insecurities in his face, you're injuring that man and you would not like what you create.
Acrimony. You watched it?
Yeah, I have. Right. And please don't ask me who was wrong.
What's wrong?
And also, your woman shouldn't disrespect you because she's earning more. She's a woman, she's supposed to submit, so.
I'm always ready. Natalie.
Yes?
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Why is it that women lose interest the moment a guy is too available?
Oh, we're getting right into it?
Of course.
Okay, I see. I don't think sometimes it's because they're talking to multiple people and maybe one of the guys has upped their game, for lack of a better term, and then they realize, this one, not much. But also sometimes people get overwhelmed. I've experienced a situation where somebody is trying to be nice, maybe he's trying to win me over, and then they end up overdoing things.
Yeah.
And then now I'm overwhelmed and I feel like it's a little too much, so I keep my distance so that maybe they get the memo and try to tone it down. Yeah, so I think it's in those lines.
So the translation, he's a loser. Yeah, I know, right?
No.
Yes. That's just the way life is. There's always winners and losers. So the fact if you're paying attention to the people that are gaining your interest, meaning the other guy is probably a loser. So probably he wasn't of high status, I should say. His social value was low. Boring, probably broke. Not interesting.
Oh my goodness. These are your words, not mine.
I mean, of course, that's just the reality. I mean, that's the reality. If you don't have value as a man, a woman won't show interest in you. Yeah.
That's true. And I feel like when men don't have value, they overcompensate. They try to overdo things. And then in the end, you end up pushing away the woman instead of like winning her over. So, yeah.
You see? What does winning her over mean? Like, what do I have to do to win over someone like Natalie? Yeah.
Guys, how is it about? No, anyway, I understand because I can't speak for other people.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it doesn't really take much. I feel like when somebody communicates properly, they make time for me. They listen to me. They show me care and they show me that they're there. I feel like then it's easy for me to say, okay, he's a good guy.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Would you prefer a good guy or a guy that emotionally challenges you? Because most of the time, women leave the good guys. But they stay with the toxic guys. In fact, they're actually more loyal to the toxic guys than the good guys. So why is that? I'm trying to understand women,
So when you say, what's your definition of a good guy?
A good guy, like you explained earlier on, he listens, he's always there for you, he buys you stuff.
You every day.
Exactly. He always wants to talk to you morning, afternoon, night.
Whatever I ask him to do.
Exactly, he does. He picks you up from work, he drops you off. But the toxic guy does the complete opposite. He calls you when he feels like, he picks up your call when he feels like. But those are the girls that are loyal to those toxic guys.
Okay, I feel like as a woman, if you're drawn more to toxic guys, then you don't really know what you want in life yet. I'm saying this because there's a time in my life when I thought toxicity was fun, and I felt like the good guy is boring. But here's the thing. When a guy is good and all of that, he has to do it when he notices that there's mutual, let's say if you like a girl, you have to know if she likes you back before you can actually do these things for her. Because if you're doing these things and she doesn't like you, you will become annoying. So to be a good guy, you need to make sure that the person that you're trying to be a good guy to likes you back.
So deal with women that like you.
Yes, don't deal with women who have shown you from the beginning that they don't like you, because then it becomes annoying.
Because I'd like to add on to that is that I think they don't like toxic guys. I think they like the traits toxic guys present.
Yeah.
Because toxic guys are confident. They do things according to their own terms and they're not afraid to stand up for what they believe in.
Yes.
Now, nice guys always do things for the purpose of trying to please a woman.
Exactly. And that's very annoying in my opinion. I don't know about other women, but
because if a good guy can like find a balance by presenting confidence, standing up for what they believe in, then I think good guys can present a good option for women.
I agree with Les.
So basically, being a good guy is boring.
If you're too nice, yes.
If you're too nice to somebody who's clearly shown you that they don't like you, you're boring.
So what would get a girl interested? Or how can I attract a girl and make her more interested in me rather than, her being interested in other guys? What traits or what should I do to get her attracted to me? Is it physical, emotional, financial? What could it be?
Okay, so
for all the guys out there that actually don't know, that new in the game, 20-year-olds.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so first of all, as a man, know what you want in life. Follow your dreams, achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. Work on yourself, your body, mentally, because it's not just about how you look, it's also about how you think, how you operate as a man. There's a lot of things that attract women to men, and mostly it's not just, of course, the physique also. So that's why you should work on yourself in the gym or whatever, but also your mind, how you speak, because sometimes a man can look very attractive, but the moment they open their mouth, it's like, oh my goodness, So do what you have to do. If it's reading books, like invest in your mind, your mental health, because most people also move on without dealing with their previous trauma, and so they come to you with for me, before I got into a relationship, if I'm talking to somebody and the first thing they say is, the girl from the past hurt me, already I'm not interested, because you haven't healed. You're still talking about your previous relationship. You're talking about how this girl hurt you. So for me, that's
Wait, you've actually interacted with guys who said that?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
What kind of inboxes do girls get first?
It's not just inboxes. It's like, maybe sometimes they don't even say it like via text.
Yeah.
They'll wait for the day that you actually meet. You're on a date and they're busy talking about how their ex hurt them. And it's like, guy, I'm not here to listen to your stories about how you were hurt. And the same applies to women, you You can't start talking to somebody and you keep emphasizing, oh, I was hurt. Of course, it's okay to inform them, but not on the first date. Like, oh, I was hurt in the past, so if you're going to waste my... calm down. Try to learn this person, understand their character, and then you can start... If you see traits that remind you of the previous person, then you can say, listen, I really like you, but then there's this traits that I'm seeing. You need to inform them why you're telling them that, because you can't just tell me, hey, I was hurt in the past, See if there's similar traits. You tell them, look, based on what I have seen, I am scared because in the past, this and this happened. Not just, you just reach and you're,
So communication is actually important. The way you communicate to a girl is important. Oh, okay. That's crazy.
You're shocked about the whole trauma from the past, like on the first date?
Yeah.
I have heard worse.
What's the worst thing you heard?
I feel like men also confuse confidence for being arrogant and pompous in a way. There's this time, this person, I was getting to know them, and then they kept talking about how they've made so much, I built this house, I did this, and in my head I'm like, what are you trying to do?
Remember what I said last time?
Yeah, I do.
People who lack confidence always use that to compensate for
Exactly.
what they're
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, naturally, without that, they're weak.
Yeah.
Yep.
They feel like in order for me to have these things, these are the things that are going to make me more attractive to the people out there.
Yeah.
But without that, I'm just a loser.
Because when I was broke and a loser, every girl rejected me.
Exactly.
They said no.
Exactly. So this is my chance to show what kind of man I am. And meanwhile, most of those guys actually get left a lot.
That's
because
true.
I remember this guy in the comment section was like, I've got money, I've got cars, I've got this, but why is it that I can't stay in a long-term relationship with a girl?
In the comment section.
Yes.
Because he's giving power to his material stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ooh,
That's what happens.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then speaking of men and their weird things that they say, there's a person who once said to me, I asked a question, you know, like when you're talking to somebody online, you've never met them and whatnot. I asked this person how tall they are. And they
Why would
said
you ask them that?
I was just curious. You know, sometimes you run out of things to say.
I mean, his height important to women.
It is. And not to throw shade on
the short guys, the
short kings. It's like you read my mind. But I was curious. I'm short, so height has never really been a problem for me. Unless I'm wearing heels, of course, but you know. Yeah. So now I asked him how tall he was, and he says to me, it depends. I said, it depends on what? On whether I'm standing on my wallet or... And I was just like...
Whether I'm standing on my wallet.
Yeah. So for them, money was everything. And I just said, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you actually prefer a guy that that's vulnerable to you and who cries in front of you? Who displays his vulnerability?
I actually appreciate men who display vulnerability because for me, I wouldn't want somebody to just, let's say, you're not okay, right?
Yeah.
And then you're just moody all of a sudden. I don't know what's wrong with you. So I feel like if you speak to me about it, then I know. And, you know, I feel like as women, most times, when I was younger, let me just say this. When I was younger, I thought when a man is vulnerable around me, he's weak. But now I understand it's actually very normal. And I actually prefer a man being vulnerable with me than anybody else. I would like to know what's bothering him. So I can encourage him. I can, you know, embrace him, nurture him, you know, like just encourage him and tell him it's going to be okay. I don't think it's a sign of weakness anymore. I used to think that, why is he crying? You know, why is he complaining to me? What am I supposed to do? But now I understand as a woman, you're a helper. And so you have no idea how much your words of encouragement would build your man. Because as a woman, you're supposed to speak into the life of your man. You know, you're supposed to speak into him. And so in his moments of vulnerability, that's your chance to now speak into him, to show him and reassure him that you're there. You know, you want him to know that you're going to be there throughout the whole situation with him. So yeah.
So why do most women display the opposite when they're in relationships?
I was about to ask. Go ahead, continue.
Where they put down the man, you know, insult him, talk about his insecurities, some of the things that he lacks, he's broke. Like, why do they do that?
Okay, like I said earlier, most times it's because when we're young, we don't really realize these things. And also we focus so much on the things that other people are receiving in other relationships, especially with social media these days. There's this unrealistic standard that's out there, you know, and so we look at what's happening in another person's relationship and think, but why can't my man do that for me? Forgetting that you have to understand the season that your man is going through, you know. It will not always be rosy. And so in moments where he is low, he is down, I feel like it's the best time to show him that you're there. Because now if you throw his insecurities in his face, you're injuring that man and you would not like what you create.
Acrimony.
You watched it?
Yeah, I have. And please don't ask me who was wrong.
Who was wrong?
I mean, we all know the answer was wrong.
The woman. Yeah. Who was wrong? You're free to speak. We'll not judge you. Who was wrong?
I feel like they both could have handled the situation better. They both had roles to play in the outcome.
Each other's.
Yeah.
Well, do you think maybe that was like a test? Like, you know, God tests us. Yeah, God tests us in different ways, you know.
I feel like it was
a test on both of them, you know, whether she could, you know, stand his his laws for quite a long time or encourage him, because look what happened in acrimony. And this, we've actually seen this happen a lot in our previous relationships and stories that people have told us, that whenever a woman actually stresses a man and a man is not able to perform to his fullest, the moment he comes out of that relationship is when now he starts to make money. And that's what acrimony actually showed us, that the moment he came out of that relationship, who actually helped him? A woman that never actually put him down. Now, why do you think that actually happens a lot? Because I've sat down and I'm thinking, is it spiritual?
I mean, life is spiritual.
Yeah.
So it's okay for us to say it is spiritual. Yeah. And I feel like life just teaches us so many lessons. And it's an era for us to go through life and not learn from our mistakes and circumstances. I feel like the reason we go through these things is so that we can learn. And so it's an era for us to move, let's say, from one relationship to the next one with the same traits from the previous one. It means you're not learning, you're not growing as a person. And that turns you into a very toxic human being. Yeah.
And I also believe that you are what you attract. Because the fact is that what that movie displayed was that guy was trying his best. Even though, sure, he could have handled the situation better. But it's like it was out of his control. So the fact is that after she kicked him out, he attracted someone better. That helped him get to where he wanted to be. And you say, let's not even forget how those guys ended up in that situation in the first place. Wasn't it her sisters?
It was. Her sisters even convinced her to sleep with whoever that person was, and then she really didn't feel it. I want to ask this question. Me and him have actually sat down and spoke and talked about this.
Okay.
Do you think a woman actually falls in love once? Because most of the time, why I ask this question is, most of the times, when a woman comes out from a long-term relationship, she never fully displays her love like she did the first one. Because I remember I sat down with this guy and he's like, I asked him a question. I'm like, are you still with that girl? Since they had gone out for like 4 months or so. He's like, no, I'm not with her. You know, she didn't show me her full love after me doing everything for her. I spent money on her. I took her out. I did everything for her, but she never showed me her full love. I was like, could be that she's either not interested in you or she showed her love to the first boyfriend. Okay.
Here's what I think. Patience is very important when it comes to relationships. I feel like most of us have rushed. Like, obviously, you've also rushed. There's maybe a time when you liked somebody and you said, this girl, I really like her, I really want her to be my girlfriend. And so you just ask her out, right? No. I feel like, no.
Your past, bro.
I mean, help me out here.
No.
No, we've all had.
I mean, those like talking, yes.
Yes, there's really,
not dating.
Okay, I hear you, but there's times when you've really liked someone and you really, really want to be with them, right?
Yeah, true.
I feel like most times we don't exercise patience. And so in the situation of your, is it friend?
Yes.
Well, yeah, he wasn't patient with her. He should have waited a little longer because these things take time. Sometimes when people get hurt, they need time to, allow themselves to offer the same love that they're offering and even more. It takes time, but sometimes people lose patience and they give up on people. And the most painful thing is somebody giving up on you, somebody not giving you time to fully, grow and blossom into this amazing person. They give up on you and all of a sudden you've moved on and you're doing things that you didn't do for them in the other relationship. And it's like, you're pretending. No, you didn't give them time to heal and just display love to their full potential.
Okay, so I want to ask this question. You might get some heat for this.
She's ready.
She's ready? Yeah.
Came back strong.
So why is it that women, the moment they come out from a relationship, already they start dating?
To begin with, so the preparation was already being made.
Laz, you're not a woman. It's a very tricky question. But
reveal their secrets.
Wow. I'm not here to reveal secrets, women. Don't come for me. I'm just trying to speak from like how I understand these things.
Let's say the guy was good. He never did anything. Probably they just had like, they were butting heads, I should say. They were not in agreement. And then all of a sudden they separate. The guy doesn't date, but the girl jumps into a new relationship immediately.
Okay. Sometimes there's this thing called trauma bonding. Sometimes a woman will get out of a relationship and there's probably another guy out there who just got out of a relationship and they think it's a good idea to like hit it off and just get into a relationship. They're bonding based off their trauma. Like, oh, this person did this to me. And the other person is also saying, oh, this person did this to me. And all of a sudden they like each other. They feel like there's something there. They have something in common.
Yeah.
And that's how they end up in a new relationship. Bam. You know? And it's not just women. Even men do that.
Of course.
Yeah, even men do that. I know, but like even I'm just trying to emphasize that even men do that.
Yeah, true.
And I made a video on TikTok recently saying, in your 20s, you, after you've met the love of your life, you encounter men that will try to show you that they can do better than your current man, husband, boyfriend, you know? These things are normal. They will come, this guy, he's just giving you this, I can do better, you know?
Yeah.
And oftentimes, we fall for these tricks and then later realize, oh my goodness, I made a terrible mistake. I should have just stayed, you know? And so I was encouraging women to say, please ignore these men. Like try your best to run away because most of the times all they have to offer is chaos.
True.
So sometimes it's a situation where you just fall for the temptation of, I think this one can do better for me. And so you just, you know, move on and leave your partner who probably wasn't offering you all the money you wanted. And they were trying, but just because this person comes and let's say you're driving a Corolla or you don't have a car at all.
Yeah, you're walking.
And then, you're walking and then this guy says, if you leave that guy, I'll buy you a car. As a mature woman, you say, please. Like, if I don't have a car now, I can work towards buying a car in the future.
Yeah.
But sometimes people get tempted and they're like, my car. Might as well just leave this one and, you know.
So why is it that most of them actually go back to their ex? Because I've seen a lot of messages, right? I've received so many messages from guys who say, my either girlfriend or my wife is communicating with their ex. Was it you read that message last week?
Yeah.
And there was this guy from the UK. He's still speaking to you now. He said he married this girl and 4 months in, he discovered that his wife was actually speaking to his ex to her ex of 8 years, you know, and then he told her multiple times to cut that off, but she never listened, you know. So why did she get into a marriage knowing very well that she's not done with her ex? And he found messages of her calling her ex, baby, I love you. What else did he?
He didn't specify, he just said things that she doesn't call him.
Yes.
Things that she doesn't call him.
Exactly. Baby, I love you. You're the love of my life. Or yada, yada,
But
yada.
why aren't you talking to me?
Yeah, exactly. Why aren't you talking to me?
Okay, I find that very strange, but also I'll give an example of the same thing that I just said. Maybe it could be a case of they were seeing this person for the longest and then the other guy seemed like he was offering better and then they rushed to like go and start seeing this person and then they realized, the other guy was way better. I know this guy has money, but the other guy was better. So now they start communicating with their ex because they miss everything else that this person was doing for them, you know? I think that could be it.
And that's what goes back to me asking that question. Do you think a woman falls in love once?
I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know because if you ask me, I think it's possible to love more than once. You just need to give yourself time to heal from the previous person before you get into a new relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wait, so when you mean falling in love, like how do you know she's really in love with that person?
What she used to do to her ex is what she did to you. Of course, what she's doing to you. Of course, she won't tell you what she was doing to her ex, right? But
are we talking about like in bed or?
Oh my goodness, that took a wild turn,
I know, right?
How did we get there?
Huh? I mean, a lot of guys complain about that no, the kind of sex I get from my wife is not the same way she used to behave.
But how do they know?
Huh? I mean,
How should they know? Hey, that's crazy.
So am I going to get an answer to that? Or?
No, because you're off topic, lads.
I'm drained. I don't. This guy. So anyway, let's say her previous ex, she used to do everything for him. She used to buy him clothes. She used to take him out. Because you know how it is when you love someone and when you get into a relationship with that person, you tend to do everything. You tend to let go, you know. But she doesn't do that in our next relationship.
It all circles back to communication.
Yeah.
You're not happy about something, communicate. The way you communicate matters.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come to me with, hey, you used to do this for your ex. You're not doing this for me. No, I will not listen to you.
Yeah.
Ask questions, babe, I've noticed that you don't do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You used to do this in the beginning, you don't do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Or I've noticed you don't do this. Is there a particular reason why you don't do this?
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe she'll explain to you. And then maybe something in her will say, okay, he's right.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do better,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's all a matter of communication.
Because I also think that the only reason why most women don't do that for their man is because that man is expecting. Like when you expect something, you won't be able to receive it.
True.
So it's better to let it naturally happen. And all that. It's also like what I said, depends on your value as well.
Yeah.
If you're the type of man that she respects, she adores, trust me, she's going to do things for
She's
you.
going to bend to your will. No matter
Well, that sounds wrong. Bend to your will no matter what.
Yeah. But it's the truth. We've seen that happen.
Wow.
Especially a man that's ambitious, that loves his girl, that's rich, has social, that has got a social,
but
high social
But
status.
bend to your will no matter what.
I mean, look at this movie, 50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades.
What was that guy's name? What was his name?
Christian
Grey.
Yeah.
You see, you saw how she bent to his will, because the way he was.
That's a different.
Because a lot of women are saying, "I wish my man was Christian Grey."
Being dominated.
Yes.
Communication. That's the question. That's what baffles me. Is like, why don't women communicate their desires to their man?
Yeah. What are they afraid of?
Why is that they resort to cheating? It's much easier to cheat than just say.
What kind of women are you guys dating?
Not me. I mean, we've heard stories. We're going to read the messages later on. We've heard stories of men that actually say, "Oh, my wife, my girlfriend cheated on me. What?" I'm like, but why didn't she communicate her desires to the guy? Is it because she was afraid? She didn't want to be looked at in a certain way?
I feel like mostly women hold back because they don't want to be judged. But that's the wrong way to go about things. Just communicate. Just speak. Oh, I don't want this. I want this done this way. Yeah, okay. I think it's easier. I'm big on communication. I'm so sorry. I'm big on communication because I feel like it makes things so easy.
True.
Yeah. And if you've communicated and it's not happening, just leave. You don't have to now go and cheat.
Yeah.
I really don't support cheating.
Did you see our previous guest who talked about side chicks?
No. I don't think I saw that.
Okay. What's your opinion on men having side chicks?
Or why do you think they get side chicks?
Yeah, why do you think they get side chicks?
Like they're married, but their wife ends up finding out that he has a side chick. Why does that happen?
Because it's probably just who they are. They can't have one woman. They would rather have multiple women. It's not about what... I disagree with people who say it's about what the woman did, what the woman is not doing. You could have talked to your wife and told her, you're not doing this. I want this done this way. So there's no excuse for cheating. There's no excuse for having side chicks. That's just who you are. You like to cheat.
Got a side chick, you.
I mean, it's not secret. I'm going to have one.
She's very shocked.
Yeah.
No, I'm not shocked per se.
Yeah.
I saw this video of Neo. He's got 3 girlfriends.
Or 3 wives.
No, girlfriends.
Girlfriends.
He's got 3 girlfriends and they have a mutual understanding. I feel like that's better. If the woman is comfortable...
And you know what that
but you don't.
The more value you have, the more women are willing to deal with it.
Laz is big on value.
No, but it's important. It's value. When you increase your value, your social status, trust me. I'm not saying every man is going to think like that. But what I'm saying is that for the young men out there, you need to increase your value in order for people to, attract or find you attractive.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So what are women looking for? Like, what are they looking for in a man?
They're looking for a leader. And let me just speak on this a little bit. To be a leader, you have to be led by God. I'm speaking for the Christian women, obviously. I know there's other religions and whatnot. But to be a good leader, you need to be led by God. I've noticed most women end up with a man who they want to draw close to God. It doesn't work like that. A man should be the one to lead you, and help you get closer to God, and women are looking for men who know what they want, not somebody who wants to get married to you today. 2 days later, they want Naomi or Christabel or, Women are looking for men who are faithful, men who stick to their word, men who are confident, men who are healed, men who are smart, and pretty much men who just know how to lead, because when he leads, everything else flows.
You know what's going to happen after she's giving all these answers? People in the comment section will be like, women like this still exist.
Yeah.
I'm going to believe in love again.
Exactly. Because
I hope they do, guys.
Because the men out there, the comments we've seen, I don't need a woman in my life.
Oh, no.
Women this, women that. And I'm like, bro,
because the same way feminism affected so many women with trauma is the same way men have been affected because of all these viral things that go online that women this, women that. And that means because they've been hurt and dumped by women, so they think that all women are like this.
You see, I believe that that's a fault, because there's no way 10 women cannot want you. At least 3 out of 10 can accept you. So the issue of men saying, oh no, all women just want money. No, it's the way you presented yourself.
Exactly.
You never took the time to actually study women. And that's why I tell young men, in your 20s, you need to study women. 20s.
You're Vuta in your 20s.
No, sure. I mean, look at me. I remember meeting a man who was, that man was close to his 40s.
Okay.
This guy has got money. And he said that he looked very low.
Okay.
And he said that he's sort of down. I was like, why? It's because he usually sends his girlfriend money and his girlfriend never reciprocates, And usually he sends her like 30,000, 50,000.
In his 40s.
Yeah.
30, he's still battling with that.
You see? 30, he usually sends 30,000.
30K.
Yeah, 30K, 40K. And that was like, what, 2 years ago? I spoke to him.
He interacts with a lot of people, huh?
I do.
Yeah.
He usually sends 30, 40K, and his girlfriend threatened him to say, if you don't send me 500,000, I'm going to dump you and sleep with someone else.
Oh my God.
So the guy was in the bar. He was depressed. And I was like, bro, can you pick yourself up and stop being a bitch? And then he was like, yeah, this girl, I do everything for her. And this was an Arab guy. It wasn't a black guy. Wasn't a Zambian guy. It was an Arab guy. And I'm like, bro, a lot of women in Zambia want Arab niggas.
He probably only had money to offer, nothing else. And that's why she's playing with his emotions and all of that.
Yeah.
Because I remember someone saying that women fall in love based on the kind of value you offer. So if your value is money, then maybe they'll deal with you because of that. But eventually they get bored.
Yeah, it gets boring. Like, all you have to offer me something else,
How many
Can we have a conversation?
How many stories have we heard of women cheating on men with money with people, guys who are
broke. For lack of a better term.
I remember someone sharing a status saying that broke guys are better in bed than men with money. So I was like, what?
Moving along swiftly.
No, we've seen that a lot. Well, it's not like we're going to even ask you that question, but yeah, we've seen that a lot. A lot of women actually deal with broke men more than they deal with the guys with money, and it's a bit confusing because men. I had this dude. You're right. I talked to a lot of people.
Yes.
This dude called me about 2 months ago. He didn't even get back to me. Chap. Dude called me 2 months ago. And that was around 18 hours. He was like, oh, hi, am I speaking to the admin of the Men's Conference podcast? I'm like, yes, I've been seeing your videos and I would like to find out. There's a girl that I was dating and we dated for 4 years. This girl's 23 and I'm 27. This girl actually entered in university at Evelyn Home College and she entered late because of financial issues, but I support her, I even buy her groceries and stuff like that. So I was about to take her out for her birthday, but she started tripping. And bruh, I've got money. I do real estate. I've got a nice car. I've got a Lexus car. Like he told me everything because I asked him those questions. Like, what is it that you do?
Excuse me.
No, I've got a car. I live alone. I've got a real estate business. But when I wanted to take this girl out on her birthday, she started tripping. She never used to reply to me. And I've dated this girl for 4 years. And I've been wondering what's been going on. The moment she actually entered in college is when she's now started tripping. Not until I found out later on from her friends that she went out to the couple, had a one-night stand, and then came back. And when I confronted her about it, she admitted it. And I asked her why she did it. It's because she said I wasn't there for her. Now, I was confused, bro. Like, what did I do? I did everything for that girl. There's nothing she liked. I even bought her an iPhone. And I'm like, and I've been wondering, so bro, so it's not all about money, right? I'm like, no, it's not all about money. Not. I think it's the way you actually presented yourself. You're too desperate for a validation. You know? I remember in your previous episode, you said sometimes for control.
Stings.
You gotta say control. No. You gotta say no.
And honestly, when I say these things, I know last time people called me a pick me. I don't say these things because I want to seem perfect or like, oh no, like I said, life throws lessons at you.
True.
And if you're not learning these lessons, you keep making the same mistakes. True. And these are the people who end up frustrated in life. Learn from your mistakes. And so when I say hold back a little, I'm not encouraging men to be stingy. I'm just saying, see this person for who they are. Let them love you for who you are and not what you have to offer, Yeah.
And it's also how probably they met. So it depends. Like, did he use his money to attract her? Or did he use himself?
Good question.
You need to ask him when you meet him again.
He told me, bro, I'll call you, man. He didn't. And I'm like, yeah, he went back.
Because you didn't told me that there was a situation where he tried to buy a phone.
Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you for reminding me about that.
Okay.
So what happened is that after I confronted about it, I told him, look, do you love this girl? He said, yes, I do love this girl. I'm like, okay. So it's going to be hard for you to detach immediately because of what she's done to you. But I suggest that you start rethinking your options now and start seeing which girl is more interested in you. I know you've dated this girl for 4 years and I know you've done everything for her, but I think it's time to let that go. Because at the moment, right now, she's going to do it again. So he said, no, she's been calling me. She's been texting me. She's been saying, oh, when are you buying me a new phone? Are you still buying me that phone? He says, I've been thinking of buying an iPhone. Like, what do you think? I was thinking maybe I should buy like either a 13 Pro Max or a 14, man. And I'm like, bro, what? No. Why? Yeah, we're watching her bad behavior, man.
So Natalie, why do men, despite all the things that a woman has done to destroy the relationship, still stick around?
I'm sensing a lot of lack of self-love. They don't love themselves enough. And so they want someone else to do that for them, to love them.
So it's like he's looking for a second mother or something?
Something like that, but they just don't love themselves. Because if you love yourself, if something like that happens, there's no way you're staying. It's done. Like you can't negotiate. It's over.
So meaning as a man, you have to make sure you have boundaries.
Yes, there's certain boundaries that you have to have as a man. So that women also don't walk over you. Same applies for women.
Yeah.
There's certain things that men should never do to you.
True.
Like, you need to have these realistic standards. I say realistic because some women have very unrealistic standards.
Delusional.
Yes. There's certain things that you should say, if a man does this, I'm out.
But don't you think when that happens, women get to choose the men that they can create boundaries for, but then decide to do with men they don't care about their boundaries?
Like the what should I say? Than the men that they don't desire.
Exactly. Because we've heard a lot of men saying that, women make rules for betas and break rules for alphas.
She can walk in the rain just to see that guy. But if a beta calls her, say, can you come see me? She's like, no, I'm busy.
Because I even remember someone online saying that, during COVID, there was a girl that I was trying to get to my house, but she refused and told me that no, because of COVID, I can't come. But then another guy is like, bro, I had babes coming during COVID. So the problem isn't them, it's you.
Yes.
You didn't have the right
can we just date people that love us? Please and thanks. Because we won't have these problems.
You see, that's the thing. Most guys have got unrealistic expectations. They think that because it's me, a girl should always want to come see me. A girl should always value me because of the money that I have or because of what's going on in my life. When meanwhile, you're not truly looking at yourself. You're not truly studying how the game is. Don't hate the player.
The game.
Hate the game. You know? So basically that's how life is. So I want to ask you a question.
Before you ask me that question, I want to ask, you said this woman cheated on him, right?
Yeah.
Do men forgive cheating?
No.
Okay, great.
We pretend to forgive.
And then the next question is, you know what? Carry on.
No, ask. No, I'm curious. Lance is also curious. I'm curious. We're all curious. Aren't we all curious?
Anyway, it's not a question. I wanted to say the same applies to women. If you cheat as a woman, that's just who you are. It's not about what the guy did not offer. There's no excuse for cheating. You could have just left.
True.
And gone to see the other person.
So remember what I said last time? Huh? Do you want me to repeat it?
No.
Huh?
No, please,
let's repeat it.
Huh?
For the sake of Natalie, no, we want to repeat it.
Thank you.
Let's jump to the next question.
But you can repeat it when the cameras are off.
Okay, cool.
Do you think a woman can actually respect a man she earns more than?
That's a very tricky question. I'll say yes and no. If from the beginning she knew what she was getting herself into, she knew this person was earning less, she has no reason to disrespect this person based on what she's earning, because from the beginning she knew, you know? And then sometimes it's very difficult to respect somebody you're earning more than Chizungu, but you know what I mean? It's very difficult because sometimes there's this inferiority complex that comes from the man who's earning less.
Yeah.
If you're still confident and you still do your duties as a man, there won't be any issue. I mean, that's her money. She will do whatever she wants to do with it. You can still use your money to, do what you have to do as a man. But if then you start feeling inferior because your woman is earning more, then it becomes a problem. Then you're allowing her to step all over you because of the money that she's earning, you know? Yeah. So I think it's about confidence as a man, Despite earning less, you still don't feel less of a man because you're earning less. And also your woman shouldn't disrespect you because she's earning more. She's a woman, she's supposed to submit, so.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A lot of women out there are talking about, no, I've got standards. I can't date a broke man.
Then don't date or marry somebody who's earning less.
There's a famous influencer. She's a famous influencer. I actually checked out one of her old videos. She was at a rally or a party. I don't know what that was. And then a guy asked her and said that, what kind of things should a man do for you in order for you to be interested in him? She said the most basic, unrealistic thing. She says, a man needs to take me to South Africa. A man needs to take me to Dubai.
Is that a Zambian?
Yeah, it's a Zambian influencer. I'm not going to say her name, but a lot of people know her. So she said that, and I was like,
Wait, the question was the most basic thing?
She said the most basic thing that
every woman is saying now?
She said that every woman is saying now. A man needs to take me out, take me to South Africa. He needs to buy me roses. At least he needs to have a house. He needs to take me outside Zambia whenever I feel like. And I was like,
And I remember some guy saying that if a woman, let's hear your perspective.
I mean, sis, if you have these standards, good for you. But the truth is, they're very unrealistic.
Yeah.
Like, let's just learn to be realistic,
Yeah.
And I'm big on, if you can't do it for yourself, don't now start asking other people to do it for you. If you can, like personally, if I can fly myself out to Dubai or South Africa any day, I expect the person I'm seeing to do the same for me. Because I can do it.
So what if you meet a guy who's broke but is very ambitious? You can see his future.
Then don't place these unnecessary demands on him. You know he can't do it. Says, why are you bothering him?
So I can say my point?
You can say it.
Yeah. So this guy who I talked to, he was saying that the reason why women do that, list down certain unrealistic demands is so that they can pick the losers from the winners. Because women actually play the game of, okay, let me not tell the men that what I find attractive. Let me just deceive them and see if they're smart enough to know what I really find attractive.
Okay, that's tricky again. Because like I said earlier, I'm big on communication. So for me, I don't believe someone must play tricks on people and try to make them figure you out. Like, that's stressful.
Remember I won't say his name, but remember, you keep reminding me. You even told me that when I told you, you never forgot about it. When this chick told her guy and said, no, you need to call me and check up. Then what did he do?
He started doing it and then she dumped him.
There you see?
That's why I asked. Now, that there's a question from that. Do you think women test men on purpose? And why?
Testing men on purpose?
Yeah.
I think they do. It's subconscious. They do it subconsciously. So
Really?
I think they don't even know they're doing it.
Don't be afraid to ask us questions as well.
I'm curious. What's the purpose of this whole thing?
I mean, to see if what kind of man he is. Maybe if he's relaxed in tense situations.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe like do something and just to see, like, to get a reaction and see if...
Yes. If this is the guy I can settle with.
I think they do. And I would actually encourage people to do this. Like, maybe just do something and see his reaction, you know? There's a lot of men who like to say, I can't lay my hands on a woman. Test them with a situation that will, push them to the extreme.
I remember this guy, I'm not even going to say, very close to me, this man. He said, David, I promised myself that I'll never hit a woman in my life. The moment she just pushed my buttons, I gave her one slap. I was like, why? But that was a long time ago.
Most men like to say things they don't even mean, especially on the first date, they want to please a woman. So they'll be like, I'm not a woman, Peter. I would never lay my hands on a woman. Oh.
But don't you think that the woman is the one that instigates that? It's like the way we control our anger as men, women should also control their words. Because women actually use ways to actually target a man's heart in order
Remember I said speak into your man's life? Yes. Be very careful with the words that you use. And when I say test him, I'm not saying insult him or belittle him. Just do something. It's not, sometimes it's not even what you say. Maybe just do something that will make him feel, just see if he can actually get to a point where he wants to lay his hands on you. Yeah.
Interesting. Anyway. Philip, how long do we have? So, messages.
Okay. So, good day, sir.
I'm ready to laugh.
What do you do with a girl who shows a pattern of not listening to you? For example, you tell her not to do something and she does it anyway. After realizing this, she assumes that she needs space and then goes quiet. Recently, she asked if she could post a picture. I said no, she agreed. But later she posted it without even informing me. When I confronted her, she only said sorry and then went quiet.
He's asking what he should do? Leave her. She clearly doesn't want to listen to you.
She ain't listening. No.
Leave her.
Yeah.
I mean, she clearly said she wanted space. Leave her.
And what do you think on the situation?
She didn't cheat, right?
No, she didn't.
It's just posting pictures that he said don't post.
I would say basically don't pay much attention to her, to be honest with you. Because the moment you start paying attention to her actions and they start to get to you, trust me, you've already lost the game. Women test you. That's why I asked that question. Do women actually test you on purpose? So women actually test you to see the kind of reaction that you're going, because she's seeing the future. She's seeing, okay, I could be moody in the next 5 years. And what if this guy can't handle what I'm giving or what I'm doing to him? But if you have a woman that constantly keeps doing that, I think you shouldn't even entertain that, because the moment you start entertaining that, trust me, this is the reason why we've got men killing women and men committing suicide because of such behaviors. You need to understand that date women that truly are investing in you. And not financially, that are boosting your confidence in order to achieve the things that you want to achieve in your life. Because the moment you're stuck in that position where she's always constantly testing you, talking about her ex, talking about men approaching her, talking about things that are not building you together.
Okay.
The game is over.
On that point where you said, talking about men approaching her, it depends on the context that she's telling this man. If it's, hey, after all, this person wants me, that's bad, that's wrong. But if it's transparency, then it's okay. Like, oh babe, I received this message. Just in case you go through my phone and you find this, I haven't responded to it. This is what this person is saying. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the reason why I said leave her is because he clearly said she's been doing it multiple times. She clearly doesn't want to listen. At this point, it's not even about the test.
Yeah,
it's just that's who she is. She just doesn't listen.
Yeah.
And also him, the picture. Is it that she went to him and asked, can I post this picture? And he said no. Or it's an issue where he saw her about like trying to post the picture and then he says, don't post that. And then she does it anyway. I'd like to know.
I think she asked her.
So why ask for permission if you're going to do it anyway?
Like I said, testing.
Yeah,
that's why I said no. So it's best to just step back, and you see, you can always reprogram a human being if you do not play that game. The Soviets do this, the Russians do this, the MIA do it. You can always reprogram a human being if you don't play into that game. This is why they say never negotiate with what? Terrorists.
Yes.
Because the moment you start to negotiate with them, they're going to bite more than you offer them. So don't play the games. That basically don't. If you truly like her, you can always reprogram a person if they want to. Because why is that person still with you?
If they want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Emphasis on the if they want to.
But you also need to understand that you can't fully change human beings.
True.
You can't. If they want to change, they will change.
They will change, yeah.
So 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Trust me. What about you?
Me? My opinion?
Yeah.
I mean, they say women are the mirrors of the world, right?
Yeah.
So if she's behaving in a certain way that you don't like, chances are the problem is you.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because women, trust me, if they really like a person, love a person,
they listen also.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah, true.
Why would you want to upset your boss if he's the one paying?
Right.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. Why would you want to upset your boss? He's the one who's paying you. You get fired. So there's truly no fear in losing that man. And that's why we always tell men, increase your social status. When the moment you increase your social status, people love you, you're making money, you're going to a gym, you're mentally stable. Trust me, she wouldn't want to mess with you.
She's going to compare all the dudes in her inbox and says like, well, they're not close to my man.
Exactly.
I better not mess this up.
Exactly.
Clock it.
Message number 2.
So my woman has cheated on me many times. We even have a baby boy together. She cheated with the same guy she cheated with last year, who was involved with other women as well. I'm sick and tired of this because she keeps saying sorry over and over again. I don't know what to do. I love this girl so much, but I don't understand what she really wants. I've actually lost myself because of this situation. Now I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry for laughing, whoever you are. This is actually funny. I mean, you already have the answer within yourself.
Yeah.
I asked Dave if men forgive cheating, and what did you say?
I said no.
So why are you still there?
Because of the attachment and investment that is there.
Yeah, guys.
Because it's a simp. Simple as
that. Thank you.
And he has no options as well. And his social status hasn't increased.
Guys, this sounds like a woman, honestly.
But
because
the fact he was about to get her, meaning he has had that kind of potential to attract women.
Yes, his social status dropped. See, that's the thing with men. We get comfortable when we're in especially a long-term relationship or a marriage. We think, okay, she's going to love me for who I am, even if my social status is not hasn't increased.
Who I am.
And this is what I said a while back, is that us men don't like it when women change. We like it. We love you the way we first met you. But with women, they love you when you keep increasing, when you keep growing, when you keep, maybe you're dull, but now you've become smart. Maybe you're skinny, but now you've become buff.
Oh wow.
Maybe you're not well known, but now you're known. So you have to always increase your social status, increase your money, increase your value, have skills, increase your education, build intellect, increase your connection with God, all these things. But the thing is that we stop, we reduce, we become comfortable. So I'm going to admit this, that I've been there before, where you become comfortable and the person actually leaves, or they start to distance themselves from you. But did I go around and start hating? No, you don't do that, because you're not going to heal. You see, as a human being, you need to notice and take accountability and say, I'm a man, I'm the leader. She's supposed to submit to me. And if she's not submitting to me, then there's something wrong with me.
Because I also believe that the only reason why he's still there is because of what society and possibly the people who raised him have told him. Because people, usually when they see situations like she's cheating on me, they think about, okay, what would my parents
people
do?
say? What would people say?
What has society told me to do? Society has told me to work on my relationship, to not end things immediately. There's always a way to solve issues no matter what.
That's why you die. Because...
But Dave, I agree with you, although I have a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think that women like a very well-known man?
Not really. If you look at Proverbs 31, Proverbs 31 woman is a virtuous woman that actually works with a man who's well-known in its town. Now, what I got from that is not like being well-known countrywide or being well-known as the president. It's being well-known either at your workplace, either at the barber shop, either at a men's conference, either as the best entrepreneur, either as the best photographer, either as the best businessman, like all these, you need to be
social status.
Exactly. Social status doesn't mean I have to be like Chris Brown. No. You have to be well known in your field. Whether you're best photographer, best business, best entrepreneur, best podcaster, all these things. People need to know that, this guy is the best. He's the best 3D artist. He's the best graphic designer. Women like that. Women like that. So if you're not achieving or thriving to be the best in your field, you're just staying there. Trust me, she's going to look for someone who's either in your field and doing better, or she's going to look for someone who's different from your field but doing better. That's just how life is. We've accepted that as men, but seems that a lot of men are not accepting that reality. It is reality, guys.
Disney told them something
Thanks for that clarity, because when you said well-known, I was like, huh?
I know.
Yeah, I got confused. I said,
No.
Also, you thought like he meant like you have to be famous?
Something like that.
No.
I'm just going to disagree. Like, hey.
I don't.
No.
Don't worry.
I actually think that for men, the more famous they become, the more it also hurts them, because a lot of women come like in their life and they just start dating them randomly and then without knowing how a good woman looks like.
Exactly true. Message number 3.
So, good evening, admin. I would like your advice on something. Last November, I got into a relationship with a lady who at the time was showing mixed feelings. The things she used to say on calls or through text were never the same in person. She never ate with me. Later in December, she confessed that she already had someone when she accepted my proposal. But according to her, the guy is away and they were not communicating. When I came into her life, it seemed like she accepted me simply because I was available. When I asked her if she loved the other guy, she said yes. But I also said she also said she loved me as well. This confession came after she tried to turn our relationship into just a friendship. She also tried to downplay me by telling me that her father wanted to take her phone when I offered to get her another one. She refused, saying it was too risky. She claimed her father only took her phone for 24 hours, but to my surprise, she was still using the same number to contact me. After confessing everything, she told me that I could either take her back or leave. I told her that if she wanted me to take her back, she needed to tell the other guy that she had moved on and she had to do it in my presence. At first, she refused, but later, when we met, she called him and I spoke to the guy. After that, I forgave her. However, she has since been cancelling our meeting plans. She cancelled twice last week. Even this week, I only managed to see her briefly after trying so hard. She has also been constantly testing me, provoking me on purpose when I react. She blames me and says I'm short-tempered. We had an argument yesterday, and this time I feel like I need to leave because I don't see any respect for me. At the same time, I still feel like giving us another chance. How can I handle myself in this situation?
The hell? Natalie, please.
Guys, can you love yourselves, please? Like, can you please love yourselves? I'm now upset. Like, it was funny in the beginning. Now I'm upset. Like, please love yourselves. You can't be someone's toy like that. Like, it's not. Just love yourselves.
DC?
Bro, you're too desperate, man. The fact is that you're too desperate for a validation and a love. That's the reason why she doesn't like you. That's the reason why she can't date you. It's because the other guy, his short replies are much more impactful than your attention to her. You keep going after something that, like I said, you can always reprogram a human being. But what you're doing is that you are giving so much of yourself without her giving so much of herself to you. So I think it's best that you just need to step back completely and just focus on other women. That's
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Naturally, as humans, we cannot entertain more than one person the same way. And so there's always one who's going to get more attention.
True.
And there's one who's going to get less. There's always one who's going to get more love than the other one.
Yeah.
And so what this woman is doing in this situation is she probably gets bored and just wants someone to, I don't know if it's play with, fight with. It gives her some sort of satisfaction. And unfortunately, this man is allowing it.
True.
So that's why I said love yourself. Like, he should just love himself. When he loves himself, he'll realize that this is not worth it. This is not what he deserves. He deserves better. And
You're giving your attention for free, bro.
Exactly.
Stop giving your attention for free. You're valuable. You're a king. But the thing is that
not a
you're looking you're looking like a peasant. You're behaving like a peasant. So stop behaving like that, bro. Be the best version of yourself. Trust me, she's going to come running back to you if you increase your social status. If you become the best.
Don't accept. Don't go back.
Yeah, don't. She played you like a fool. So go and find women that are actually going to love you for the kind of person, or she's going to help you grow to be the kind of person that you want to be in future. That's
my opinion. I think he hasn't met the basic attraction attributes that make women want to decide to cut off one guy so that they can settle with you. And one of those attributes is other women wanting you.
Really?
Yeah. Women like to seek validation from other women. Mm-hmm. If they see that you're able to attract even better options in them, trust me, they'll stay.
And that's what we call social status. Social status is not only about women being attracted to you, but it's also about men wanting to be like you, looking up to you. Mm-hmm. So if you don't have that as a man, we're not saying you should have it immediately. This is why we say in your 20s, you need to start growing, experiment with life. By the time you reach your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, you've already known how life works.
Yeah, because some of the things that make men attractive take time to accumulate.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So that's the reason why most women actually leave their relationship, especially for women that are not patient enough who leave. But a woman who's patient enough and she sees your value, she sees that you're ambitious, she sees that you're not giving up, trust me, you're going to become the man that you want to become if she's there to actually put or help you grow, I should say.
And also just advice to men out there, even as you're increasing your social status by, let's say, more women being attracted to you and all of that, be very careful not to end up hurting the one woman that you want to spend the rest of your life with.
True.
Because it's very easy for you to say, these women want me. I might as well just, don't entertain them in a way. It's okay for them. I mean, an attractive man is an attractive man. Like, people are obviously going to stay. They're going to like you. They're going to want to talk to you. But it's up to you as the man to say, no.
Yeah, true.
Quality over quantity.
True. Quality over quantity. So we're about to end the show. Any last words, Natalie?
Advice for the men on how to get the woman they dream of.
Okay, advice. Work on yourself. And your mental health is very important. Heal. Do not rush into a relationship. Before you start a new thing, make sure you've healed from the previous one. And also make sure you love yourself.
Mhm.
Love yourself, King, because once you love yourself, all these things that people try, even manipulation has nothing on you when you love yourself. And for the women, let's love ourselves as well. Let's work on ourselves. Let's avoid manipulation. You cannot compete with a man. You are a woman for a reason. Make sure that you activate your feminism, like your feminine side, be very, there's a word I'm looking for. Just be feminine, there's nothing wrong with that. Some people say, oh no, when you're too feminine, people walk all over you. No. Be feminine. You can never compete with a man. If a man cheats, it's not your responsibility to now go and cheat back because you're hurting yourself.
True.
That's it.
Laz?
I'll start with you first.
Now I've got one. I've got like something I gotta put. It's quite long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, like I said before, value.
Mhm.
Always make sure that you create value as a man.
Mhm.
You cannot live on this earth
Mhm.
thinking that a woman will just love you for who you are.
Mhm.
That's a fantasy, and that's a dream that will never come true.
Mhm.
The only thing you can do is just create value. That's it.
Amazing. So I actually wrote something for the men out there, for the young guys who are actually hustlers in Zambia and Lusaka. So you are not late, you are not useless, and you are not weak because life is heavy right now. Being a man is not about quick money, clout, or impressing people on social media. In our culture, respect is earned by responsibility. A man is known by his discipline, his work ethic, and the way he carries himself. When no one is watching, you don't need to have everything figured out at 21 or 25. But you must have direction, you must have principles, and you must be willing to sacrifice comfort today for strength tomorrow. Avoid shortcuts that will destroy your future. Choose habits that will build you quietly. Learn a skill, respect elders, protect your name. Because once your name is damaged, even opportunities will fear you. If you fall, stand up again. If you're confused, slow down. Don't follow pressure. If you feel lost, remember, a disciplined young man becomes a powerful elder. Discipline builds kings. Consistency builds legacy, and character will take you further than talent ever will. As you go into this week, walk with purpose, carry yourself with dignity, build your body, build your mind, and build your future. Men's conference, guys.
Toodles.